What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video, and in today's video, guys, we are here with the Ratatoskr Demonic Beast and the Lancelot Showcase. So in today's video, guys, I did record it, already pre-recorded, because, you know, Ratatoskr is obviously a lot more mechanic heavy. I have to do a lot more thinking with Ratatoskr, and yeah, so we did pre-record it already, but I have the team here. I'm gonna explain the gear and everything and why I decided to go with what I did, and yeah, and then we'll hop in and I'll show you guys the run, and I'll give you guys my thoughts as the run's going through, and yeah, it should be a fairly good video. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, guys. We're on the road to that 50,000 subscribers, and we recently hit that 47k. We're only about 300 subs away now, guys, from that 48k. So make sure to hit that sub button, man. We've been grinding, but yeah, guys, with that out of the way, man, let's talk about the team here and the gear sets as well. So Lancelot, you know, LR Gloxinia, LR Liz, and Blue Valenti, guys. This is going to be the standard team that you normally run, is just Valenti, LR, Elizabeth, LR Glox, and then a flex slot right here, which Lancelot actually fits perfectly into. You know, Lancelot is a human fairy, so that means that Gloxinia and Valenti are going to be benefiting, you know, Lancelot. And then LR Liz here, obviously providing 30% basic stats, and the attack related is going to be really nice when we don't have Lancelot's ultimate up for the 50% attack related. So yeah, guys, going to be really good. The artifact card set is the, yeah, the Nidhogg card set, right? So the a 10% basic stats, increase defense related stats to allies with the food poisoning debuff by 10%. If you do not have this card set, guys, feel free to run the standard basic stat card set. So I guess you would do, let's see if they have it here. Yeah, this one right here, the Deer card set. This one does give you 10% basic stats as well. And then yeah, I mean, the other effect is only for the Skull and Hottie fight, but yeah, I mean, you'll still be fairly similar in terms of, you know, strength for that. So yeah, in terms of the gear sets here, guys, we got attack rate damage on Lancelot, and this is non-UR gear, so this is off UR gear. Now, you would do a lot better with UR gear, but yeah, again, guys, I made HP defense for my UR gear, but attack rate damage for the Lancelot right there offset. We do have the HP defense Gloxinia, HP defense Liz, and then full crit resistance Valenti. Now, this is very important because you want to make sure that your Valenti is the lowest HP, and also so that she pretty much cannot get crit on at all. You know, that's the idea here with Valenti, right? So we're running, yeah, attack and, yeah, attack rolls on the top pieces, HP on the bottom, and then in the middle, we're going with the crit resistance rolls, guys. So 22.5, that's max crit resistance, 22.5 as well. And yeah, this team is really good. Yeah, so let's hop into the showcase here, guys. So this is the recorded video of what I did, and I you know, I kind of not trimmed it down, but I did like ×2 on the first and second floor, and then ×3 on the third floor, because this is a long fight. This is a really long fight. I think the full recording was about 40 minutes long for all 3 floors, so it does take a long time to do it, but yeah, it's a really strong team though, guys. So yeah, we can hop out the first part here where I show the gear, because we just kind of talked about it already. But yeah, let's hop in and let's actually see the run here, and I'll give you guys my thoughts as we're going through, and also, you know, why I decided to do certain things in the fight. So starting off against the Rat here, guys, Ratatoskr is the hardest demonic beast at the moment in the game. You know, it's the most recent one, is fairly difficult for a lot of people, and I would still say for the most part it is really hard to do. And Lancelot, I think, is a pretty good upgrade for a lot of people. You know, he's not providing a team-wide cleanse, you know, like what DK Melee does, but he does have a lot of damage, and you guys will see as we go throughout the fight, we'll be able to benefit from that. So the idea is here, guys, on this first turn or like first phase, we're trying to make sure that he's always moving stumps, because you want to make sure that, you know, if he stays in the stump pretty much, then you get kind of screwed over, and he gets a bunch of stat increases. You guys saw right there. Look at Lancelot's damage, man. Let's go back and look at that, because I kind of breezed over that, but look at his damage right here. Look at that. Look how much that does, right? So we do, yeah, so this is the rank 2 right here. Let's see the rank 2, right? So rank 2, 691, and guess what else, guys? We do extra 70% of that, 1.1 million. That's absurd, and that's only off the first few turns too, right? It is a rank 2 AoE, but that's still very strong. So, you know, we do get attacked into, you know, LR Elizabeth right there. And then, yeah, I'm just doing my attacks here with Lancelot, just making sure we get ultimate with Liz as we move into the next phase. And, yeah, and then, you know, we hop into the phase 2. Now, phase 2, you know, we're just trying to make sure that he moves to another slot. So I was like, okay, let's do the AoE with Valenti first. So we waste the you know, staying in the middle. We use the, what is that, the poison? I don't know. That's not poison. That is shock, sorry. Shock, and then it moves him to the left. And then, yeah, we can actually do our full cycle through with damage. And this is where we finish him off, right? So, you know, we do the Lancelot ult. And I think I just do double single target Lancelot. Yeah. And that's going to obviously get the kill. You know, we do it an insane amount of damage there. And I think I just end turn, yep. So, all with Lancelot, you know, 50% attack related stats. Look at that, guys. That is crazy. 6.7 million at the very end there. That's because we killed as we were, you know, finishing off the phase right there. Now, we did get a kind of a bad passive right there. Let me actually pause the video, guys, and we'll talk about passives here on Ratatoskr. But this one right here, the one we got right here is pretty bad because, you know, 20% crit chance, crit damage for the boss. That's not good. This one was ideally what we wanted to get. We did not get this one, but if we got that one in the run, it would have been a lot better. And so you guys will see in the run that we do get kind of crit on a little bit more because he did get that passive. But, I mean, we're still able to beat it, though, guys, luckily. So, yeah, I mean, very, very good setup. So, right there, we off the rip. So, I don't know if you guys saw that right there. Let me go back because it is on times 2, so it might be hard to keep up. But right there, we use the Gloxinia card first because we're trying to move him to the right, right? So we move him to the right, and then from there, I'm trying to get the top deck for Valenti's single target for the shock, right? We need the shock card. I don't get it, so I have to do the Valenti ult now to move him back to the middle, and then we hope we get the shock on the turn after. And so, you know, that's kind of the idea here. We're stalling till we get one of each of the, you know, one of each of the debuffs, so that we're able to move him left, right, middle, and then we can go for the kill, right? So that's the whole idea right there. So we move him to the middle. We do get the shock card at the last card slot. You know, we got very, very lucky there. If I did not get that card slot right there, I was gonna have to move him back to the right, and then we would have to rinse and repeat pretty much until we got the shock card. But we did get it, so the Gloxinia card, right? So there we go. And yeah, that is gonna move him to the left. And then we do the attack card here with you know, Valenti, and then we do the ultimate with Valenti back to the middle, and then that's when we finish him off. So pretty much I did like a recycle just to make sure he goes from the middle to the right, and then to the left, and then back to the middle, guys. So that was kind of what we were trying to do right there. So yeah, the attack right there with Liz, and then the Ratatoskr moves to the left after we do the Valenti shock. And now we can actually move into the middle with Valenti's ultimate, and then next turn I'm going to go for the kill with Lancelot. So, you know, it's just a kind of a bunch of stalling here, guys. If you get better card RNG, it's a lot quicker to get this phase done for sure. But yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward. If you guys know Rat, I've done a guide already explaining how to actually do it, and I will be doing an updated guide later, probably this week, guys. We'll see. But I do plan on doing a revamped guide for it because, you know, a lot of new players are getting into the game, and maybe you guys at least want to do maybe floor 1, floor 2. But yeah, right there, obviously the AoE does a lot, and then the extra damage, look at that. Bro, 1 million extra damage. It said 5 million total right there, but that's not the total amount of damage we did. It was, yeah, so we did, what was that, 1.8 million total, so we get an extra 1 million damage. We're like, what is that, 70% of that. We did 1.2 million damage right there, guys. So, yeah, really, really good stuff right there for the first floor of the Ratatoskr now. Moving into floor 2 here. This is where things start to change a little bit, guys, in terms of the mechanics. We have to make sure he stays in the middle the entire fight. The entire fight of floor 2, you have to make sure the boss stays in the middle, and the way to keep him in the middle is by using the poison cards, right? So that's going to be Valenti AoE. So what we can do is we can always do the other debuffs first onto the boss, and then use Valenti AoE last to make sure that he goes, you know, it stays in the middle. And so, yeah, that's obviously going to be the main strategy here for what we're trying to do. So, yeah, and then also on this phase, we are not able to cleanse all our debuffs, because if we do cleanse the debuffs, then, yeah, I mean, we're going to get food poison and then absolutely rolled when they do that. So, we're not able to do any cleansing. We can only do Valenti attack cards to maybe cleanse 1 debuff at a time, but if we have no debuffs on anyone, then we are screwed, and then, you know, we're going to get the food poisonings on us, guys. So, alright, so we do get the AoE from the ult right there, and we're tanking. You see, we have a lot of food poisonings there, guys, but we really can't do anything about it. You know, we just kind of have to take the hits and just kind of deal with it. So I was thinking here, let's do the attack card here with Lancelot. You know, we still have the insight right there, so we do extra damage. Look at that. That is really, really good damage off of Mark of Insight. You know, obviously it's very, very strong. And then, yeah, right there, we are getting attacked into Valenti. She's getting a bunch of food poisonings. And, yeah, I mean, you know, unfortunately, this is just kind of how we had to do it, though, guys. But I do go for the Valenti ult here to kill the left stump and also force him back to the middle. And, yeah, that was a fairly strong strategy right there, right? It also allows us to cleanse a bunch of debuffs with Valenti, but not all of them, right? So, you know, we still had the 2 debuffs on the other characters, and we were still good to go. So, yeah, right there, the boss does his damage. and then attacks into Valenti right there. We get the food poisoning again, and we're good to go. So now, yeah, I mean, at this point, guys, just kind of finishing it off. I was trying to decide like what skills I wanted to do to finish it off, but I think I decided to go with the single target Lancelot. So we save the ultimate for the next phase, and then that's when we can take advantage of that damage right there. So yeah, right there, you know, moving through that phase, hopping into the phase 2, and yeah, right here I'm like, okay, let's just start ripping our ultimates, right? You know, we'll do the Lancelot ultimate first, 50% attack related stats on top of what he got. You know, the Mark of Insight right there, because we did the Gloxinia single target ultimate, and then with the follow-up AoE, look how much damage that did. We put him all the way to his, like, literally to death, guys. We just had to make sure we killed the side guys, which unfortunately we weren't able to do, but that would have been a 1 turn right there. That's insane, right? So yeah, I mean, Lancelot is doing a lot, guys, in terms of the damage. I mean, it's noticeable, right? You're definitely seeing it. And yeah, very, very strong character. Look at that, 700k right there. Okay, so now we do get Oxidized, but we have the ultimate with Liz and a cleanse. And now we're able to cleanse, by the way, guys. We're able to do it now, so we don't have too many issues with that. So we get the cleanse off with Liz. We attack into him right there with the Gloxinia card, which is going to move him back to the middle because the right stump is dead. So that's where he normally would have moved, you know, with the Gloxinia, you know, what is it? The bleed card, right? He would have normally moved to the right, but because he killed the right stump, he moves to the middle, and then we can kill the left stump and then finish off the boss right there. So, you know, that's kind of the thought process that I had right there, and it did work out for us, guys. So, yeah, right there, we do single target with Glox, that finishes them off, and then Lancelot single target, you get the Mark of Insight, and we get the kill with Valenti. So, yeah, now moving into phase 3 here, guys, this is where we get to see the fun in terms of Lancelot's damage here. So, yeah, we do the ultimate with Valenti. I was trying to like find a way I could like get off the Mark of Insight first. So you know, we do the attack card with or ultimate with Glox first, and then we do the ultimate with Valenti. You know, we do the ultimate with Lancelot, and remember the stumps do have damage cap too, so I can't just insta kill them. You know, Lancelot's ultimate would have probably killed if they didn't have damage cap though, but you know, because they do have that, we're not able to do it. Yeah, so right here I go for the Elizabeth ultimate, I go for the Valenti you know, attack card right there. We do the Eliz attack card, and then we can do the follow-up Elizabeth attack card. And I was thinking this is gonna do a lot of damage right here, and it does kill both the stumps right there, guys. Look at that, LR Liz just doing her thing, man, as per usual. So yeah, we do obviously get stunned right there on Valenti because we're getting ulted. But remember, again, that's why we had her as the lowest HP with the crit resistance gear, so she does not get crit and she gets targeted. That is very, very important, guys. So AoE right here, that did a lot of damage. That actually procced his rebound. Let's go back to that, guys. That was crazy damage. So Lancelot AoE right there, that was fully procced. We had Mark of Insight and everything, right? Penetration damage, rank 1, by the way. And this did how much damage? So it did 969 plus the additional damage. That procced his revive because the revive for the boss is less than, I think it's what, 30% HP. So we got him less than 30% HP right there, and that fully procced his full heal revive, and he was back to full HP, guys. That's insane. So yeah, I mean, it's completely fine doing that, by the way. Like, you can probably just go for the kill if you're able to do it, but I wanted to make sure that we stalled it out and you know, just made sure we had full health on everybody. It's a lot safer to do it that way, and so, you know, that's why I let him get the revive, and we did that play right there. So yeah, pretty good. You know, overall, guys, we're actually doing really, really good in this fight, man. You know, Lancelot is a really strong character for this. The one thing that I think could have been really nice for Lancelot, though, is maybe having his talent in PvE. If you could just use the talent in PvE, not necessarily just to even, you know, look at the enemy's cards, because I don't think they really even let us do that, but just to let us get the cleanse. I think that is valuable. Like, you know, the 2 debuff cleanse is very, very good. So if we were able to have that in Demonic Beast, imagine, man, you know, Lancelot would be absolutely cooking whenever we get those food poisonings, you know. So yeah, right there, we do get the buff card with Liz. We cycle through the ultimate, we ult with Lancelot, follow up single target, and we're good to go, guys. So just a bunch of stalling, but we make sure we're full health by the very end. And look at that, man. Now look at how long the rest of the video is. 7 minutes left, and this was on ×3, by the way, guys. So this last bit of the video, ×3 speed, and it still took me, you know, longer than pretty much the other part of the video, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, man. Floor 3, definitely the hardest one for sure. A lot of mechanics that you need to know. What I'm going to do actually here, let me pull up my Google document here, guys. Give me 1 second. Alright, guys, so this is my Google document that I did for the Ratatoskr complete guide here, And this was reviewed by one of my guildmates, Emily. So shout out to Emily. They did review this. I'll link this in the description if you guys want to get help specifically on floor 3. I'm gonna do a full updated, you know, complete guide on Ratatoskr when we get there. But this is what I used to do the final floor. You know, I followed all the rules here, and yeah, we did really good. Even though, you know, we have a lot of DK melee stuff, and the team suggestion, this is very old. This is when, you know, you run DK melee instead. I did change to obviously Lancelot, and I have not updated the doc in terms of the names for the characters and what you're supposed to do. So you'll see here when we go throughout the fight here, guys. Let me actually open back up the video. Yeah, we'll talk about what we do here, but the idea is off the rip is I rush Elizabeth ultimate. That's why I say on the dock, you know, we rush Elizabeth ultimate, and the idea is with that is that we're able to get reliable recovery off the rip. Because, you know, you're going to take a lot of damage on this fight. It's floor 3, man. That's floor 3 final phase is where you're really going to take a lot of damage. So right there, I'm like, okay, you know, we need to make sure we have one each of the debuffs, right? Because we have to make sure we have all 3 debuffs. And I'm, you know, trying to attack the left stump as much as possible as well, as we want him to be on the right stump to be able to finish him off. So, you know, he does move to the left stump right there. That's completely fine. So I'm like, okay, let's do the triple debuff and let's move him to the right. And that's going to be the way you do it, right? You do the triple debuff, it moves him to the right. And then, yeah, we can actually focus down the left stump and, yeah, take him out pretty much right there. So yeah, right there, as I mentioned, like, if we add the talent there, guys, you know, we could actually cleanse those petrifies. Like, if I was getting, you know, petrified on the turn and then the turn ends, I could just cleanse right there with Lancelot. And then even a situation like this, you know, where I have those 2, you know, food poisonings, we could cleanse that as well. But yeah, I mean, you guys see right there, Lancelot easily breezes through these, you know, side stumps here. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna, you know, not waste your time here. This is a lot of stalling right here, guys. So the idea is on this part of the fight is the boss starts getting all stat lowered every single turn. And so that means he's doing less damage to you, and you get to, you know, kind of, you know, recoup your cards because you need to get specific cards going into that phase 2, right? So right here, you know, you guys see as I go throughout the fight, you'll start seeing that I start, you know, ending my turn after using only 2 cards here. So you'll see right here, just as an example here, you'll see. So I'll let this part play, and you'll see right here I only use those 2 skills and I'm done. You know, we're not trying to use the Elizabeth ultimate, the Elizabeth buff card. We have all 3 of the debuffs as well. We're trying to hold on to those skills for going into phase 2. So you see there that I'm just literally just stalling till we move into the next phase with what we got. So let me just kind of skip through here, guys, and we'll move to the phase 2 here just so I can show you guys what happens. So Lancelot single target finishes it off, and we have the exact same hand as we did, you know, like just that minute ago, guys. So, you know, we do get top decks with Lancelot there. And so what I decide to do here is I'm like, okay, let's move him to the left, right? And by doing that, we do the triple debuff. You have to do it in a specific order. So the specific order here is, yeah, so you have to do... you don't want to use shock bleed. Okay, wait, where is it? Right here. Oh, no, this is floor 2. So floor 3 right here on the second phase, you have to use the 3 different debuffs, right? So you're gonna do the 3 different debuffs, and that's gonna actually move him to the left, and we can kill the right stump. So, you know, that was kind of the idea there, right? So you'll see, we do the 3 debuffs on the boss, and that's gonna have him move to the left, right? And then the right side is where we have to get the kill on that, which is why I held on to the Lancelot ultimate, and then getting that top deck AoE is very, very beneficial. If we did not get that, we'd have to do the double single target, but because we got it, we were able to just do Lancelot ult, Lancelot AoE, and then we can do follow-up Liz ultimate and Liz buff card, guys. So you see right there, we did a lot of damage, and we killed both the stumps, and now we're just back to another stall fest again. So, you know, on this phase right here, you're just kind of stalling, so we're trying to make sure that we have a bunch of attack cards with Lancelot so that we can focus down yeah, so the boss when we do move into the final phase, right? So right here, I'm just kind of wasting cards here, guys. I don't want to bore you guys with the floor 3 kind of wasting card stuff, but pretty much I'm telling you right here is just kind of wasting all my debuff cards because we don't really need them right now. We just want to make sure that we have a bunch of attack cards for that final phase so that when we move in, we have enough damage to, you know, damage the side stump, and you know, from there we're actually going to be able to beat the fight. So right there he dies. You know, we did lose a lot of HP right there, and we have a ton of debuffs on us, but, you know, right here, guys, we are not able to use ultimate. So on to floor 3, phase 3. This is very important, so I'm going to put this back up on the screen. But yeah, the stumps have 33% damage cap. Be wary of AoEs and ultimates. You know, to keep the boss from moving, do not use any ultimates or debuffs on the Ratatoskr roster. No AoE debuffs. You can only use your single target debuffs on the left stump. And so that's exactly what I was trying to do, right? So I was trying to make sure that we focus down the left stump, and you'll see here that I just do a bunch of attack cards cards into that. We are able to still buff up with Elizabeth, so that's completely fine. But we make sure to just start attacking the left stump as much as possible. And yeah, another gimmick too is that if you keep him in the middle for 2 turns, he starts to get HP lowers, and I think the max you can get is 2 HP lowers for 3 turns total of keeping him in the middle, which is kind of hard to do because you really just have to get Elizabeth top decks, and if you're able to do that, then it does work. But you know, if you're not getting that, then you're not going to be able to fully take advantage of that. But yeah, right there, guys, you kind of saw as well. I'll go back a little bit in the video. I did get crit on you know, Valencia right there. It's because we did lose the buff right there as we got petrified. You'll see here, even with that full crit resistance, we still got crit on, right? So that passive that he got on that floor 1 definitely hampered us a little bit on this final phase, but we still were, you know, easily able to deal with it. So yeah, right here we do the Lancelot ultimate. I was like, okay, that's fine now because we're gonna kill the left stump. He's gonna stay in the middle, and that's, you know, completely fine. So we do the ultimate there with Lancelot, attack card with Elizabeth, we ult with Gloxinia just to make sure we get the damage dealt lower. And yeah, I mean, guys, look at how much damage this Ratatoskr is doing. He's doing a lot still, right? He's still hitting very, very hard. That was triple AoE right there. And yeah, again, I'm not allowed to use the ultimate on this turn, guys, because that will keep him in the exact same spot. We have to do 2 debuffs right here to actually move him to the right now. So that's the next thing right here. So yeah, so if you keep him in the middle for 2 turns, he'll get HP lower, as I mentioned. If he's on the middle stump, 2 different debuffs, and no ultimates in that turn will move him, only when the left stump is dead. So when the left stump does die, which we did kill in the video you guys saw, we were actually able to do the Gloxinia attack card and the Valencia AoE, and that allows us to be able to move him to the right so that we can actually focus down that middle stump and then you know, take it out. So there we go, guys. So he stays on that side right there. Look at Lancelot's HP, by the way. Look at Lancelot's HP. I don't know how I lived there. I think he got crit on that ultimate, but we did live, and luckily he did not do an AoE. We actually would have just lost right there if he went for AoE. So, you know, again, a lot of this is RNG heavy too, guys. This is end game content. You know, it's Ratatoskr, man. I mean, you know, this is what you're going to kind of see here in terms of the difficulty. So, yeah, right there we got really lucky with Liz because she was the only one that got, you know, broken out of the petrify, and so right there I was able to kind of bounce back there, full heal, and yeah, we did the ultimate anyway, and he still stayed in that spot, so that was really good. So I guess the ultimate kind of forced him to stay in the spot that he's at, right? So yeah, right there I go for the Gloxinia ult, I go for single target Lancelot, you know, AoE, and then that just makes sure we kill that stump right there, and yeah. There we go. So we're on the final gimmick of the fight here, guys, where for every food poisoning we have, it removes a immortality stack on the boss for every turn we stall against the boss. And so, you know, from this point on, you know, exactly what we're doing here is just cycling Elizabeth ultimate, and that's all we can really do, right? You know, the boss is very, very low on HP, you know, we're gonna kill him, but every turn that we stall, you guys see, he does lose immortality, and 4 of them at a time, because we have 4, you know, total food poisonings available, and yeah. That's pretty much how you get the kill and finish off the fight, guys, because from this point on, you know, we're just doing the attack cards, and you see we got the double food poisoning right there. We do live, you know, we do the ult with Liz, and we get the rank 2, you know, defense related buff for Elizabeth. That's really, really strong. And then, yeah, we do have to tank, just outright tank all these hits right there, and we do, luckily, and look at that, man. We are able to finish it off, and so right there, guys, I ult with Lancelot, and look how much HP the boss has left, and then follow up with Valenti, and we finish it off with full HP as well. So yeah, I mean, there you guys go, man. That is the Lancelot Ratatoskr showcase right there, and hopefully this was also kind of like a helpful video for anyone that's trying to do it as well. It is very difficult, again, guys, end game content, but yeah, hopefully that was helpful for you guys in terms of, you know, being able to clear Ratatoskr, and also Lancelot showcasing in terms of his damage as well. So there you go, guys. That's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next video, man. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.